Today we're talking about launching your cash physical therapy side hustle. Most physical therapists think they need to spend months preparing and getting their ducks in a row. But the truth is, it's crazy simple, and you can make your first $2,000 as a cash physical therapist within the next few days with just 3 simple steps. So simple, in fact, if you just repeat step 3 over and over again, you'll reach $10,000 a month within a matter of weeks rather than months and years, and all without quitting your job. And once you hit $10,000 a month, you hold all the leverage. In this video, I'll cover 3 things. Number 1 is how to set your rates while helping more people while getting to keep more for yourself. Number 2 is how to make paying cash for physical therapy an absolute no-brainer. The number 3 is how to hit $10,000 a month consistently without spending a cent. Seriously, it is crazy easy. By the way, I'm Jordan Mather. For the last 12 years, growing physical therapy practices has been all I've done, all day, every day. And more importantly, I've helped more than 500 physical therapists escape their burnout-destined outpatient jobs to find a new path that allows them to hit their financial goals without sacrificing their family time. Let's dive in. Here's how to set your rates to help more people while getting to earn more yourself. Most PTs get this entirely wrong, and setting the right rates makes the difference between success and failure. Here's where things normally go off track. Most physical therapists who are new to cash pay think that their rates should be a complicated mixture of what they think people can afford, the socioeconomic status of people in their town, what other physical therapists are charging, multiplied by the time that they've been in the industry. And the truth is, an equation like that is the fastest way to crash and burn. Think of cash physical therapy like fishing, and your rates are the bait. Your rates are going to determine who you attract and how many people you can actually help. Get this wrong and you're going to attract tire kickers and barely have enough profit to pay yourself, let alone reinvest in helping more people. Setting your rates can bring up all sorts of emotions, so here's plain and simple exactly what to charge. If you're a new grad physical therapist still honing your skills and you're treating out of a gym or your garage, start at charging $180 per visit, no less. If you're a more experienced physical therapist and have more than 5 years of experience, then you should start at $225 per visit. Now, if these numbers make you feel uncomfortable, look around you. We literally paid movers $180 an hour to move our furniture and our Peloton. The kid down the street from my house, he charges $150 an hour to clean people's gutters. You are a doctor. Start charging what you're worth. Now, those rates might sound expensive, but here's how to make paying cash for physical therapy an absolute no-brainer. Now, a lot of physical therapists wonder, why would anyone choose to pay cash rather than using their insurance for physical therapy? And honestly, most patients think the same way. And that kind of thinking is actually exactly why they end up deciding to pay for cash. And it's that initial doubt that actually causes them to invest in cash pay services. It's all about creating contrast. The difference between what they expect to get and what they actually get. The more contrast, the more patients are going to convince themselves that they want to work with you. But here's where PTs go wrong. The experience they provide feels no different than the experience that patient already got from somebody else. And if your experience feels exactly like what they've already tried, they're going to assume that you're the same. And this means that to your prospects, you're always going to seem expensive. Now, offering 60-minute one-on-one sessions with a doctor of physical therapy is better. Patients get better faster, deeper relationships are made, better outcomes are achieved. We know that, but our patients don't have the same context. To them, it all sounds good, but honestly, it's just marginally better because they won't actually know if it is better until after they invest and spend the time in treatment, which is basically what they get already. Not a whole lot of contrast there. When there isn't enough contrast between what they expected and what they actually got, prospects are always going to tell you that you're too expensive or that they need to think about it. Now, here's where things get really good. The bar's been set so low by in-network clinics that it's actually crazy simple to create so much contrast that prospects actually feel insane if they choose to not move forward with your services. All you have to do is exceed expectations in 3 areas, and enrolling patients into your ongoing cash pay services is a cakewalk. We've used this exact same process to enroll 90% of our evaluations into cash pay packages for the last 5 years. If you hate sales, you're going to love this. Now, the 3 steps are the consultation call, new patient onboarding, and the evaluation. The key is anticipating what prospects expect and then doing the exact opposite. During the initial phone call, patients expect to just get smashed into your calendar. So don't do that. Instead, play the Uno reverse card and ask them questions to find reasons not to schedule them. And if they're not a good fit, refer them elsewhere. There's a lot of power in referring people away. And this paradigm shift piques prospects' curiosity and gets them leaning into your consultation call. The key is asking strategic questions that get your prospects to decide for themselves that they need your help without you having to tell them. And we do this by asking strategic questions and listening more than we're talking. It's stupid simple. Find out why they're calling, how you can help, what their issue is stopping them from doing, why that's important to them, what they've already tried to find a solution, why they feel like that didn't work or what they didn't like about it, and then help them understand why those things didn't work for them, because until they understand why those things didn't work, they're not going to be open to new solutions. Then simply ask them, how committed are you to solving this problem and achieving your goals? Their answer is going to tell you whether or not they're a good fit for cash pay services. If they are a great fit, perfect. Tell them how confident you are you can help, and then give them proof by sharing a relevant patient success story. Then explain your unique treatment approach that got that success story their results, and then make sure they understand why it worked compared to what that client did in the past. Then explain your unique treatment approach, and then make sure they understand why it's different from what they've already tried in the past. Then here's the secret sauce. Once you're done explaining your unique method, ask them if that sounds like that's going to help them achieve their goals. When they say yes, ask them why. Now they're going to explain all the reasons why they should be moving forward with your cash pay services. But you're not done yet. Once you get them scheduled, explain your rates, super bills, and pre-frame your cash packages by telling them how many visits they'll likely need to achieve their goals. This transparency creates even more contrast and builds trust. And it's a complete ninja move to get your prospects to decide before they even show up that they want to move forward with your cash packages. Now, if you follow this process, you've completely shattered your prospects' expectations of what that phone call should be, and you got them scheduled. Now, what do your prospects expect is going to happen next? A generic confirmation email, an intake form, and maybe some appointment reminders. This is a golden opportunity to exceed expectations again and reinforce their decision to move forward with cash pay services. Catch them off guard and surprise them by sending them a video right away celebrating their decision to move forward, setting expectations, and covering all of the frequently asked questions. Being able to see you on video builds an immediate connection between you and the prospect. And along with your video, send them an intake form like none they've ever filled out before. Patients expect intake forms to be long, tedious, and remind them about how broken they are. Instead, give them an elevated experience. Instead of calling it an intake form, call it an evaluation accelerator form. And instead of just focusing it around their pain and their injury history, talk about their goals, what they want to accomplish, and the benefits that they're after within physical therapy. It's an absolute game changer if you incorporate motivational interviewing into your evaluation accelerator form to build your prospects up rather than just beating them down. Add questions to your evaluation accelerator form like, after we solve this problem, what do you want to accomplish next? Why is that important to you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how motivated are you to achieve this goal? By asking these questions, we've literally gotten 5-star Google reviews because people enjoyed our intake process so much. And that's actually crazy. But here's where we really win them over. Once prospects submit their intake forms, what do they expect to happen next? Nothing. This is the most annoying part of the entire patient experience, and it's hardly ever even referenced after they submit it. Now, this next step is the cheat code to getting your prospect showing up saying, I like you, I trust you, I want to work with you. After they submit their evaluation accelerator form, follow up with a quick personalized selfie video. Make sure to thank them, mention something specific in their form, and reaffirm your confidence in being able to help them, and then tell them how excited you are to get to meet them in person. This literally blows prospects away. It's super simple, but nobody has ever done that for them in healthcare before. You've made them feel like they're the only patient that matters, and that's what everybody wants, but nobody can find. And that's how you put the cherry on top of a world-class patient experience that does the selling for you. That's your hook, line, and sinker. All that's left to do at this point is to reel them in and get them on board. So here's how to deliver an evaluation that's so good, your prospects decide that they want a package before you even recommend one. Up to this point, you've already exceeded expectations at every single touch point, and the patient is pretty close to being convinced that they want to invest. If you don't mess up the evaluation, you have a fan for life. Now, most beginner cash physical therapists make a rookie move and fumble a really easy sale. They provide the same standard evaluation that a patient can get pretty much anywhere. It's super anticlimactic, and it honestly gets patients second guessing they made the right call. Instead, you want to get them feeling that they made more progress with you in 60 minutes than they did weeks and months of working with other providers. And being successful with this actually has very little to do with your clinical skills. It's actually far easier than that. It's called the 60-3-1 evaluation method, and it changes everything. Within 60 minutes, we create 3 patient wins followed by 1 treatment recommendation. For our patients, we need to create an emotion-based, action-based, and outcome-based win fast. The sooner and stronger they feel these wins, the sooner they see cash pay services as a no-brainer. And luckily, creating them is really easy. Now, using this process, your prospect is already really close to getting the emotion-based win we need to create for them by the time they show up. It's all about showing them they matter and shifting beliefs or giving them new perspectives. Before they show up, have a welcome sign in the treatment room with their name and their goals written on it. Prove to them that you've thought about their visit and anticipate success. And don't just get started right away. Spend extra time during the subjective assessment to make sure that they know that you fully understand their situation. We want to put them back in the emotional state they were in when they first decided to book a visit. Pick just 3 things from their evaluation accelerator form and dig into it with them. Then shift their beliefs around what's possible for them by sharing another patient's success story, allowing them to see success in their minds through your process. Once they fully believe that they are in the right place and your process does work, get them moving. Begin the objective assessment by getting them doing the very activity they've been avoiding and test them and share the results of that test. It doesn't matter if they're avoiding running, bench press, squatting, whatever it might be, get them doing it. This creates the action-based win. Patients' confidence surges when they actually do the activities that they've been avoiding because it creates momentum. And make sure as you're doing this test, write down every single thing you see that could be contributing to their symptoms. Build a big list, and we're going to use that later. Once you have your list, start giving actual treatment. The goal is to create intra-session change. Then apply whatever treatment that you believe will create intra-session change, no matter how small. Then retest your patient and celebrate the tiniest improvement in mobility or pain. And this creates the most powerful win of all time. Proof. This is the outcome-based win. If you can nail all three of these wins, your patient is going to decide that they want a package before you even recommend it. From there, just confidently tell them exactly what it is they need to achieve their goals based on your professional opinion. Do not give them options. A dentist doesn't ask you if you want to fill half a cavity, do they? No, they tell you exactly what it is you need and you listen. If they need 10 visits to get the result, recommend a 10-visit package and then tell them the full price. Now, if they can't pay in full, but they verbally commit to doing the 10 visits, then make them feel special by allowing them to pay as they go at the discounted package rate. And if they can't commit to 10 visits, then just downsell them to the next largest package. Selling cash packages will be way easier if you stop thinking about it like sales. At the end of every evaluation, don't put on your sales hat where you have no experience. Instead, keep on your expert hat and just prescribe to your patients exactly what it is they need to reach their goals. Now, if you can do all of that, the only problem you're going to have is getting more patients more often. But if you're smart and strategic, it won't be much of a problem. Now, here's how to hit $10,000 a month consistently without spending a cent. Most physical therapists think hitting $10,000 a month is challenging and a really big deal. It's not. It's super simple and normal. I've helped more than 400 cash physical therapists add at least $10,000 a month to their monthly revenue, so I would know. Most just really overcomplicate it. It all starts with knowing your targets. If your main package costs $1,500, then to hit $10,000 a month means you just need to sell 7 packages a month. But here's the fun part. Half of your patients are going to pay as they go, meaning your revenue is going to stack each and every month. So really, you need fewer than 7 package sales a month to hit $10,000 a month. But for simple math, we're just going to stick with 7 package sales. Now, some physical therapists doubt themselves and think getting 7 new patients a month is unrealistic. But Dr. Lacy did it with 1 post before she even launched her practice. All she did was started a Facebook business page for her practice and then created a post. In the post, she called out a gap that she saw within her local market in healthcare and then described how she's going to fill that gap and then broke down what her services are. Then she just shared that post into Facebook groups within her community and it got shared 44 times in a matter of days. Before she even opened her doors, she had a fully booked schedule. Now you should definitely steal this strategy because it makes hitting your first $2,000 in your cash practice really easy and fast. Use the practice launch post templates that I have beneath this video. Countless physical therapists have used them to land their first patients and you can too. But here's the reality. 1 post isn't going to keep your schedule full. Not unless you have a massive following and you do posts all the time. And that's where local workshops come in. My partner Ben scaled his practice from $0 to $200,000 a year in just 18 months using them because they work. Here's exactly how to do it. Step 1 is to make a list of all the places where your most ideal patients are already spending their time and money. Gyms, functional medicine clinics, direct primary care physician offices. Wherever they are, that's where you need to be. Step 2 is ranking them. Cold means you have no relationship. Medium means maybe they've heard of you. And hot means you already have a great relationship. What's the goal? To turn your cold relationships into warm relationships, your warm relationships into hot relationships, and then take your hot relationships and get them to host you for workshops and to refer to you again and again and again. So here's how the game works. Every single week, set time aside to call, email, or book a session with one of these places. The goal is to get 1 to 2 in-person meetings per week. If you can get 1 to 2 meetings each and every week, getting 1 to 2 workshops every month becomes quite easy. Here's where most physical therapists screw this up. They walk in, they introduce themselves, and then immediately start talking about referrals and workshops and me. These businesses can smell that a mile away. This is a big mistake because these businesses get pitched all the time. If you go in with that approach, you're going to sound like everyone else they've already ignored this week. Instead, flip the script. Make it all about them. Become one of their clients. Don't ask for anything and show genuine interest in helping them achieve their goals. Send them referrals, offer a free evaluation to showcase your skills. Ask how you can help, but give first and don't expect anything in return. But do always ask, how can we continue to support one another? That's exactly what Ben did. He did this every single weekend until he made enough profits to invest in paid ads. And now he hasn't ran a workshop in years. And here's a pro tip for scheduling workshops and building relationships that works like magic but nobody uses. Instead of asking about referrals or workshops, ask them for advice. Because when you ask for referrals, you get ignored or you get advice. But if you ask for advice, you get referred twice. So try this. Walk in and say, I love what it is you built here. I know PTs hit you up all the time trying to work together, but I'm curious. If I wanted to earn that opportunity, what would be the best way to do that? Then just shut up and let them tell you exactly what they want. And now you just flip the dynamic. Now they feel like they're in complete control. And by asking that, you've completely flipped the dynamic. And now they feel respected and in control. And then they tell you the exact playbook. All you have to do is follow it. And because no business owner wants to give bad advice to another business owner, they're going to help you win. And that's it. That's all you have to do to reach your first $10,000 a month inside of your cash practice. It's simple, it's repeatable, it works. So look, every single thing that I've just laid out, premium prices, how to create a world-class patient experience, and how do we actually market, all this stuff works. You don't need a large following, you don't need fancy marketing, and you don't need years of experience. You just need 7 patients a month, and now you know exactly how to get them. Dr. Lacy did it with a single post. Ben was able to get to $200,000 a year using nothing but workshops, and hundreds of our clients have been able to build the practice of their dreams using this framework. If they can do it, so can you. But here's the thing. Nothing changes unless you actually take action. Now you can keep overthinking or waiting for the perfect time, tweaking your website or passing out business cards, or you can take action on what actually works right now. So charge what you're worth, create a world-class patient experience, make the post, build anticipation, schedule the workshop, have the conversation. So take the first step today, and in a few weeks, you're gonna be looking back wondering why you didn't do it sooner. If you got value out of this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more training on what's working now to grow and scale cash physical therapy practices. I'll see you next time. Peace.